Hey everyone, I'm Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and welcome to episode 3 of Let's Platinum Elden Ring. Alright, let's get straight into it and continue with our quest. We're going to head up here to the north, and we're going to find our very first set of catacombs. You can find most of these by locating these statues, examining them, and it says Guide and Gatekeeper for those returning to the roots. You can see there's a little sort of wisp of smoke telling you approximately where it is. If you look on your map, you can also see there's a blue line. I'm kind of standing on top of it. There's a blue line that also points in the same direction. Let's try and get these. Come on. Wow, he just like fell. And, our very first rare item, or crafting item, apart from the arteria leaf that we got in episode 1, the Trina's Lily. It's, yeah, it'll be used for some other crafting things later on in the game. I really want to find more of those skulls with golden runes. Later on they're not as important, but at the beginning they are very important. Light pinion. Nice. Alright, I was hoping for another four-toed foul foot, but that's good. Alright, let's head in this direction. Take out these two as well. Damn. Okay, that one actually didn't drop anything. As far as the weather effects the daytime effects of night, the daytime effects of night. As far as the nighttime effect, basically, apparently it improves stealth, which makes sense because it's dark, and it also causes certain enemies to spawn that don't spawn during the day. I was actually going to mention about how it could also increase the amount of runes you earn, but that's actually a weather effect that sometimes happen. It'll probably come into play at some point. And I'll explain when and if that happens. Alright, we're going to use the club in here, and the reason we're going to use the club is because if we look at this very carefully, at the top, in the middle, it says club, and then it says what type of weapon it is. It's a hammer weapon, and then it says what type of damage it deals, strike damage. Compare that to our longsword, which is a straight sword that deals standard and pierce damage. The strike damage is what we need for this area, so just make sure, yep, medium load, cool. Okay, let's talk to this guy. He says, a proper death means returning to the Erd tree. Have patience until the time comes and the roots call to you. Alright, so yeah, they talked a little bit about that. So anyone who dies returns to the Erd tree, and I think the ashes that are left behind become the Ashen Summons. I think that woman that we met in the Church of Ella also talked about that. Alright, bows. Equip a bow to fire arrows. You can equip up to 2 types of arrows to choose from at once. When wielding a bow with 2 hands, hold L1 for precision aiming. Use R to adjust your aim, R1 to fire arrow type 1, and R2 for arrow type 2, and L1 for precision aiming. Don't know why they explain that to us here, but there's this guy, and he's known as a stone imp, and he's really killing me right now. You know, I was going to say at the beginning of this episode that I haven't died yet, but I don't want to jinx it, and lo and behold, I die. I was trying to figure out, because I knew he was there, but I thought I could actually prevent him from attacking us by knowing that. Death. Upon dying, you'll be revived at the last site of grace that you visited. You will drop any runes in your possession at the site of your death. If you die again before reclaiming those runes, they will be lost forever. The compass at the top of the screen indicates the direction of the lost runes. Well, thankfully we died right next to the save point, or the grace point. So let's do that instead. Okay, so the way these imps work is basically, because they're made of stone. Oh, dropped a smithing stone one? That's awesome. And we got a root resin from that. Because they're made of stone, this strike damage does really well. So yeah, it doesn't look like we're doing a lot of damage, but trust me, we are. Okay, it was a bit dark there, sorry, but it's just how it goes. Alright, so this is our goal, to go through those doors. Here we can find a grave glovewort. It's an upgrade material that allows us to upgrade our ashes, which is what we used before, those lone wolf ashes, this one here. But there's quite a few of them, and yeah, we'll find more as we go. I don't remember that guy staying up there like that, but that's alright. Guess we'll skip past him. We can also collect this over here, Grave Violet. It's another crafting material. The item, that root resin that we picked up, is also very important. That's also a crafting material. Alright, here it's quite dangerous because there's a lot of fire. I'm gonna just run in real quick, dive in here. Stay back. Quickly go this way. Hit this to make it go down. And we get the prattling pate hello item. I don't think there's anything... Hang on. When you jump on these things, it's a little awkward. Hang on, I'll use the torch. Yep, nothing up here, unfortunately. When you jump on these things, so you hit them and you hit them again to move. If you do like a jump towards them, you can actually, it counts as a hit, and that's going to come in handy to know later on. So be aware of that. I guess I'll keep the torch with me just in case. Ah, okay, just made it. I'm gonna try and use this thing to damage these guys. Okay, that's probably why they were telling us about the bow. Let's use the bow. I don't have any arrows though, but I can craft some. So we'll just use 3 beast bones to make 10 arrows, 10 very simple arrows. Precision aiming, R1, R1, and now I'll get rid of that. Oops. There we go. You can use the thing to defeat them in one blow. And these guys are actually alive. Notice how I hit it one time with a charged attack and it just broke their guard. That's very good. Take advantage of that. Same with this guy. Oh gosh. This is bad. Okay, cool. Drink. Let's collect Smoldering Butterfly and Grave Glovewort. Why did that give me a new thing? I already collected one of them. Okay, same thing with this one. Unfortunately, standing on it is not going to do anything, so we'll just leave it. Let's go this way. Climb up. This one's pretty short, this dungeon, and a lot of these are not like too long, but some later on can be pretty long. You can also, you don't have to go for that critical hit after you've hit them. Oh, I got very unlucky there. The bar in the middle of the screen there, I forgot to mention that, that's your bleed bar. So if that gets filled up, then you take what's known as blood loss in this game, and you will be dealt a huge amount of damage. Okay, so this guy's throwing stuff, so we'll just check on both sides. There we go, that's what we wanted to make sure of. So luckily our heater shield, I think it's called a heater shield, yeah, has a 100% physical block. And I'll just demonstrate that in a sec. So because it has a 100% physical block, we can actually block all of the incoming damage as long as we, as long as it's physical. So Wandering Noble Ashes, and I'll just show that off. So heater shield on in the middle part of the screen on guarded damage negation. So physical 100, magic 43, fire, lightning. So it's not very good against lightning, let's put it that way, and pretty much all the other stuff. But yeah, not very good against that. Let's heal up one more time because we're gonna essentially regain all of our flasks very soon. Did he finally fall down? I can hear him. Oh, there's this guy. Nice. Yeah, if we were using our sword, it would be a lot more difficult. You know what? Let's try it. Just to show that off. So we'll pull the lever here, and this will open up the door. Somewhere a heavy door opened. So watch this. Yeah, it's, I mean, 55's not bad, but better is better, or more is more, so I'm gonna stick with the club. Okay, so the door opened, we can go on through, but first let's quickly use the grace point to get all of our flasks back, to make life a bit easier. Cool. How many runes did we get? Okay, not bad. We can pretty much... we're almost ready to level, but we're still going to buy a few things, so let's hold on to our runes for now. Alright, let's see if we can deal with this boss. This boss is actually fairly tough, but with the lone wolf ashes, and we'll actually put the fire pot there once I create some. Let's make 3 fire pots. And did I miss anything? This is what I was looking at, the bolts. Okay, that's fine, don't worry about the bolts. Okay, so we'll have our lone wolf ashes ready, traverse the mist, use them immediately, and we're going to fight the Erd Tree Burial Watchdog. We can also use Barbaric Roar, which is our club's special ability, and it'll do a lot of damage, or it'll increase its damage by a lot. I have no idea what that was. Wow, what? Since when two-handed R2 does some crazy super move? It's like wild strikes. Okay, well, we beat it. The Erd Tree Burial Watchdog. That enemy is actually rather difficult, and that's the easiest version of it. And yeah, the Lone Wolf Ashes kept him busy, but that still went a lot better than I expected it to go. Wow. Awesome. Okay, return to entrance. Holy, I'm like super surprised by that. Alright, that took 11 minutes, but that's fine. We got some extra... Hang on, I think we need to go back to the Church of Ella right now. Let me just make sure. Yes. So we're going to use the runes that we just got to purchase more stuff. We've almost cleared this guy out anyway. So we want to purchase... I think we can purchase everything. Telescope, Missionary's Cookbook, Flask of Wondrous Physic Note, and Waypoint Ruins Note. The rest is not really that worth it. The chain gear is there, but it's... yeah, we may purchase it in the future, but I don't know. At the moment, it doesn't matter. One thing I do want to do is I want to go to the pouch, and I want to go to the down arrow, or D-pad, because that's just my preference, and put the telescope here. And the reason I do that is because if you hold triangle and press down now, you can use the telescope to see things far away. So it's similar to the big telescope that we used, but this is just a small carry one, and who knows, it might come in handy. One other thing to note is if you want to stop using the telescope, hold triangle and press down again. Don't press circle like I did, because you'll backstep, and if you're on a ledge, you might fall off, so that'll be really bad. Okay, so let's change back to the long sword, and now we're going to head into a new area, which is just over here. These are the land squirts that they were talking about. We don't have any poison damage to deal to them at the moment. We can still defeat them, but we don't. But it's okay. I didn't actually take these guys out in my practice, but I will. Don't know why. Anything? Ruined fragment. Alright, that's fine. Oh, we got royal fruit. These guys with the torches actually really suck, because they have this weird attack where they just extend the torch out in front of them, and it just damages Torrent completely. I'll just demonstrate how much damage I can actually do to the land squirts. Yeah, so, I mean, we can kill them, and we can also cause them to have their stance broken, but they're actually quite... And weirdly, they use poison of their own to damage us. And these dragonflies are kind of annoying to kill. Basically, the way you want to kill them, I got lucky there, is you want them to fly around you, and then when they get close, like, just stay still. When they get close, move and attack them. Okay, let's take out this guy. Don't know if I have enough time to clear the whole thing, but let's try. Here is another cave. This is called, I think it's the Grove Side, yes. Grove Side Cave. Another grace point. So yeah, slowly but surely we're going to try and get through everything that we can possibly get in Limgrave and then move on. I wish I could, you know, give you an idea of how long exactly it's going to take to get to like the first major area, but it would just be a guess. I would say 10 episodes, but yeah, that's just a guess. It might take longer, it might be shorter. Alright, we could jump down there, but it's quite dangerous. Let's try taking these wolves out one at a time. So let's just go 1, 2. Definitely don't want to use the club here, because these wolves are sort of fleshy, as I get an item that proves that. Okay, so this is the way to the boss, so we'll leave that for a sec. Yeah, these wolves are a little bit more fleshy, so standard and slash and pierce damage is going to be good. This one is a bit of a stronger one. This is like boss dog. Boss dog sounds like Vostok. That rocket that went to the moon, I think. I think that's what it was. Yeah. Nice, big jump. Alright, and here we can get another cracked pot. Very useful, because now we can create four fire pots, or whatever you want. We're going to get more cookbooks and stuff soon. In fact, what did those other cookbooks give us? We'll find that out in a moment. Let's actually have a look at that. Just want to make sure everything's dead here. We've got a glowstone. Glowstones are similar to rainbow stones. They just like light the path. Golden rune 1. Tons of silver fireflies. So we have Nomadic Warriors Cookbook 1. A record of crafting techniques left by roaming nomad warriors. Contains knowledge for surviving in the face of utter scarcity. Acquire the knowledge to craft the following: bone arrow, fletched, and bone bolt. Fletched just means it's got feathers attached to the back of the arrow, and that makes it go further and more straight. So it doesn't like kind of lose its altitude immediately. Glowstone, invigorating cured meat, and invigorating cured white cured meat. The Armorer's Cookbook allows us to make some firebone arrows, firebone arrow fletched, firebone bolt. Bolts are for crossbows, so they're a little bit different. And neutralizing boluses, I believe, are for poison, which are really good, actually. This one actually says something different. A record of crafting techniques left by an armorer who served the great General Radahn. Contains knowledge of dealing with rot, the application of fire in particular. And Missionary's Cookbook, a record of crafting techniques left by a man who, unable to become a finger maiden, instead became a missionary and went forth to spread holy teachings. Acquire the knowledge to craft the following: holy water pot and roped holy water pot. Okay, cool. So yeah, neutralizing boluses are for poison buildup. So they will come in handy at some point as well. There's a lot of poison in this game, and it's good to have those to help us out. Okay, we have another boss coming up. Who is this boss? Just bear with me for a second. I actually can't remember, but we'll just use... This should be fine. The beastmen of Farum Azula. Oh, now I know what that means. Okay, so... if you want, you can actually throw some fire pots at this guy and do crazy amounts of damage. Okay, that's his last attack there. Another fire pot. Thank goodness. I thought for sure I was dead. Oh, okay. Heal again. Interestingly, he's focusing on me a lot more, especially considering we've got all the wolves to deal with. Okay, nice, we did it. Cool. And we get the Flame Drake Talisman, our very first talisman. Talismans are kind of like rings from the previous games. They provide different benefits. The Flame Drake Talisman, we'll put it on, because it doesn't increase our load. It increases the weight of your load, but because it's so minor at this point, it's still not enough to affect us. It just boosts fire damage negation, so we're going to take less fire damage as we go. So it's relatively useful for now. Let's return to the entrance, and we still have a little bit of time left. So just want to see where we're going now. Okay, yep, I know where we're going. So we can finally get some leveling going. So let's do that. Did I collect everything from that guy? I think I did, yeah. So let's level up menu. With the level up menu, you can spend runes to increase your attributes. With each attribute increase, your level rises by 1. As your level rises, so does the amount of runes required for your next attribute increase. Okay, so dexterity is what we wanted. So let's pump 2 points into that, and then we're less than 100 away from the next level. So let's just use at least one of the golden runes that we got. That'll give us 200. And we'll rest again. Level up. And 1 more point. Alright, cool. So now all we have to do is get 2 more points into dexterity, and we can finally use the flail. I can't use anything else, right? No, okay. So we'll stick with the sword. We are now going to head over here to that area. So let's see if we can get there real quick, or at least close by. We'll just try and sneak past some enemies. Grab some root resin anytime you see it. This is gold tinged excrement. I don't know why it didn't show up as a new item. I'm pretty sure that's the first time I picked it up. Gotta keep an eye out for these golden skulls, or these shiny skulls. I wonder if I take out that guy for some more runes. He's not too hard. You know what? Yeah, alright, I'll do it. Alright, so for these guys on horseback, just hold R2, get close, and then smack him. But be careful because he can smack you back like that. Anytime you take damage you want to heal, or not anytime, but you definitely want to make sure you do. R2. Okay, nice. You don't have to hold the R2 button all the way, but if you do, you'll do more damage. Nice. Okay, cool. Alright, fine. Let's stay... Yeah, let's just stay by this grace point, I guess. Where is it? Oh, I was like, where is it? It's just there hiding. Okay, so I think we'll leave things there, and I've actually forgotten what episode I'm up to, even though I've only done like 2 or 3. And I've done at least 2. Okay, 3. Alright, so we'll leave things there. I want to thank you all for watching episode 3 of Let's Platinum Elden Ring. My name is Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and I'll see you next time.